The Nintendo Switch. It keeps building in strength thanks to a library of great first-party games and strong third-party support. With the flexibility of playing while docked to a TV or as a handheld portable console, it's a great way to enjoy your favorite games. Whether you've been a Switch owner from the beginning or perhaps eyeing the new OLED version, there are plenty of upcoming games to get excited about. To help you find your next gaming obsession, which is definitely going to be the good life, to help you find your next big old gaming obsession, we've compiled a list of the biggest upcoming Nintendo Switch games to watch out for over the next year. If you end up liking this video and want to see more, then, well, consider subscribing to us, GameSpot. The Advance Wars series brought some of the best tactical gameplay of the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS era. Now, we get to revisit it with a fresh new look in the form of Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Anyways, it's a Nintendo Switch remake for the first two games. If you didn't get that from the 1 and 2 and the okay. Featuring turn-based gameplay on a grid, the Advance Wars games see you assume the role of one of various commanding officers directing troops to victory, with each military group capable of using game-changing special abilities, such as unit repairs or power boosts. Developer Way Forward, known for games like River City Girls, has got the job with the remake, breathing new life into the series that will now feature online multiplayer in addition to the campaigns and local play included in the original release. You'll be able to suit up for battle when Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp marches onto Nintendo Switch in spring 2022. It seems as if we've known Bayonetta 3 has been in development forever, but after a gameplay debut in fall 2021, its release doesn't seem so distant anymore, with a confirmed release window of 2022. Bayonetta is known for some of the most deliriously camp action shooter gameplay out there, and Bayonetta herself is as charming as she is deadly, defeating hordes of angels and demons with flowing locks of hair that'll make Rapunzel jealous. It's for this reason, and many more, that we think Bayonetta 3 is one of the biggest upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Hollow Knight stunned many of us with its brilliant, bug-filled take on the popular Metroidvania genre, so its sequel, Hollow Knight Silksong, has to be one of the most hotly anticipated indie games. Hollow Knight sports tight combat and rewarding exploration, and includes some of the best environmental storytelling seen in any video game. Hollow Knight Silksong stars Hornet, a protagonist larger and more vertically nimble than Hollow Knight's hero. At exhibition demos back in 2019, Hornet's needle and silk-based abilities were simultaneously familiar yet different, making her a satisfying, refreshing character to play, mainly due to her abilities encouraging greater verticality. We're not sure when Hollow Knight Silksong is arriving on Nintendo Switch, but here's hoping it's soon. Just maybe. Holding out. Yeah, it'll be this year. It's sometime soon. Sure. Nintendo debuted a new 3D Kirby game in the September 2021 Nintendo Direct, and like all great surprise announcements, it's already shockingly close to release. Kirby's next adventure takes him to the ruins of an open-world environment, putting the pink puffball to work exploring the remnants of an old civilization. That sounds more dark and brooding than what Kirby tends to get up to, but in practice, the game looks as charming and as cute as ever. With inspiration from games like Super Mario Odyssey, this should be an adorable little romp. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is scheduled for release in spring 2022. The Breath of the Wild sequel, which we don't yet know the official title of, has us all clamoring for details, with recent trailer footage offering a tantalizing glimpse into the setting we'll be exploring in the near future. Including that one really weird, sweet part when Link turns into a drip of water and like goes through the floor. I'm excited. Kurt, narrator boy, I'm excited for that.
Come on, you big drip. Where you going?
We've done our own speculation as to what the next Hyrule adventure will entail, going over the symbolism used in an effort to decipher what the Zelda team has in store. And links to the written and video versions of that will be in the description. The untitled sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will take to the skies in an exciting attempt to reach the same dizzying heights sometime in 2022. After remaining dormant since LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens in 2016, TT Games is coming back to the franchise that started its wildly successful, kid-friendly series with a soft reboot. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga will encompass all 9 numbered Star Wars films, making for the first time the games have explored the most recent 2, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. But these are more than remasters. Instead, TT Games is starting fresh by rethinking the entire mechanical foundation of LEGO Star Wars and making new cutscenes to modernize the long-standing action platformer. Originally scheduled for 2020, the release date has slipped a few times. It's currently due in early 2022. Nintendo and Ubisoft's tactical crossover with Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle surprised even the most rusted-on genre veterans with its whimsical setting and clever gameplay. So, we're thrilled the sequel, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, is incoming. This time around, Mario and his Rabbid friends venture forth to save the galaxy alongside Rabbid Rosalina and Rabbid Luma hybrids known as Sparks. Not content to rest on the same grid-based combat of its predecessors, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope includes more real-time combat elements in addition to an increased focus on overworld exploration. Beloved video game composer Grant Kirkhope is returning to score this one too, so there will be plenty of wonderful music to listen to while you take on the freshened up combat encounters. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope will bring its quirky genre hybrid action to Nintendo Switch during 2022. Alright, look, we don't know when to expect Metroid Prime 4, especially in light of development restarting at the start of 2019. But Retro Studios' collective pedigree alone is reason enough to eagerly anticipate the eventual release of the 4th Metroid Prime entry. The Metroid Prime series is an outstanding first-person adventure game with shooter mechanics lauded for its ability to generate immersion through meticulous world building and phenomenal sound design. We certainly hope to see Metroid Prime 4 in 2022, so we can once again assume the role of Samus in what is to be expected another brilliant spacefaring adventure. One thing we do know for sure, Metroid Prime 4 will be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Unless some weird twist of fate happens and galaxies explode and the stars dismantle and suddenly we've seen Nintendo characters on different platforms, Chris Pratt voices Mario, I don't know. What is reality these days? Anyways, moving on. The studio best known for its groundbreaking XCOM games is back with the Marvel license. Midnight Suns is a turn-based tactical game based on the Marvel Universe, which brings together a varied roster of characters including Iron Man, Blade, Wolverine, and Ghost Rider. The motley crew is brought together to deal with a supernatural threat based loosely on the 1990s comic series. Joining them will be your own character, the Hunter, which can be customized with up to 40 different abilities. It's set to come out in late 2022. Monster Hunter Rise was a great Switch entry in the popular action RPG series, receiving a stellar 9 out of 10 in GameSpot's review. So obviously it gets our attention when Capcom announces a sizable expansion that appears similar in scope to Monster Hunter World's big Iceborne expansion. Sunbreak promises a new story with more event quests and, of course, new monsters and gear to craft. Sunbreak is coming in summer 2022. Pokémon Legends Arceus is shaping up to be one of the most exciting new additions to the series in years. Where Pokémon Sword and Shield took small steps into open-world exploration with the wild area, Pokémon Legends Arceus looks to be going all in. Set in the distant past, you play as an adventurer tasked with creating the Sinnoh region's first Pokédex. In a significant change to the series, Pokémon Legends Arceus appears to take place in real time, with catching Pokémon requiring you to aim and throw Pokéballs while they roam openly in the wild. Its lush, nature-filled open-world setting has drawn comparisons to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a game that certainly makes for good inspiration. We'll find out more when Pokémon Legends Arceus hits Nintendo Switch on January 28th, 2022. Splatoon, the family-friendly ink shooter, is a big seller for Nintendo, so the announcement of Splatoon 3 was a welcome inevitability. The Splatoon series has captured imaginations worldwide with its bright and fast-paced gameplay, fresh music, and the Splatfests. Splatoon 3's setting, as shown in the reveal trailer, is a Mad Max-style desert wasteland, which looks like quite a moody departure from the previous 2 games, but also a fascinating location for waging turf wars. Both Splatoon games released so far have been brilliant fun for all ages, which is exactly what we're expecting when Splatoon 3 splashes onto Nintendo Switch sometime in 2022. From small indie team Sidebar Games, Sports Story is the follow-up to charming RPG sport hybrid Golf Story, with the addition of several more sports, including tennis and soccer. Similar to the Mario Golf and Mario Tennis games on Game Boy Color, Golf Story combines satisfying sports gameplay with RPG elements, such as leveling up stats and acquiring better equipment, alongside a humorous story where every problem could be solved by hitting a golf ball at it, which unfortunately is not something I can do in real life when having to pay my rent. Sports Story was initially slated for a 2020 release, but was delayed indefinitely due to its increasing development scope. At this point, well, we're not sure when Sports Story is going to bounce onto Nintendo Switch consoles, but let's just put it out there and say 2022 and hit a golf ball at it, because that's how we solve problems in this world. Named after the weapon triangle system of many turn-based strategy games, it's clear what you're going to get with Triangle Strategy. Plenty of tactical gameplay along with a deep story. A follow-up to Square Enix's gorgeous HD 2D RPG Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy takes more of a turn-based strategy approach in telling a grand tale about the Soul Iron War of factions fighting for control over the valuable resources of, would you believe it, salt and iron. What intrigues us most about Triangle Strategy is its strong focus on game-altering choices. By making decisions based on utility, morality, and liberty, you shape the narrative and affect who joins your cause. With more stunning pixel art, tactical gameplay, and a choice-based story to enjoy, we're awaiting more on Triangle Strategy ahead of its March 4th, 2022 release on Nintendo Switch. And there you have it, our most anticipated Switch games of 2022 and beyond. Any other games you think are worth a mention? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, consider clicking the like button and subscribing. Too bad if you dislike it, because you can't see it, because YouTube removed that function. I'm sure it'll be back soon. Yeah. For more on everything Nintendo Switch, keep it here on GameSpot.